Hey, Keller Williams. Daniel, the Tech Trainer, here today to talk about a new website feature with the new websites that we have now that are all nice and shiny and such. This particular feature is going to be for whenever you have a listing and you want to create a landing page for it. So let's head on in there. So as always, we head on into Command. You'll notice the button has updated here. So now instead of saying consumer app, it now says website. This landing page is also, or not landing page, but this page has changed a little bit too. So now you're going to click on Edit Agent Site. I have a feeling in the future, if you have multiple sites, it's going to show the different sites there. And then we're going to head on over to Expert Mode. Alright, so we are in the new editor for the websites. And for this particular one, I'm going to do Property Landing Page Template. This is going to be fantastic if you have maybe a paid ad for a listing or something along those lines. You can create this nice little page to share as the link to go to. I'm just going to grab one from one of our agents here at the Market Center. Let's see. So where it has the featured listing, you do have to start by adding the property itself, either by address or MLS. I'm just going to pull up the address here, page title. While everything's loading, I'm going to go ahead and put in Nottingham just because it's on Nottingham Lane, I believe. Lane Road. It's kind of truncated off of that particular one. And we can come on down here and there's some options. Now, you have this custom image here, so maybe you have something that you want to do yourself, or you can switch it over to the default listing. I'm going to switch to the default listing here for a second, and you'll notice it switched out to here. Now some of you may want to maybe have like a general theme that you do with all of yours or what have you. I created one just for this particular one, having a little bit of fun with it. So I clicked in this area. It's not an image that I've already uploaded, so I'm going to click this new image here. Internal, I'm going to call this Nottingham Daniel, and I'm going to upload the photo. There we go. All right, and it's showing Daniel approved. Yes. Okay. We're just going to save that. And then once that's saved, we can hop back. I can click the picture here and give this a second here. Let's see if it accepts it. It does. Daniel approved. All right. Now there's some additional information here, and of course you certainly do not have to leave like a silly picture of yourself on there or anything like that. But you can if you want to. There's additional information. So over here, if you haven't noticed, there's a very nice little preview screen that comes along with you. Now myself, so I have the information about the property, very general. I then have information about myself and how people can contact me. And then it goes back into the property. It shows where the property is on a map, and then goes into my contact information again. Now, you'll notice that's kind of lined up here. So let's say I wasn't too keen on having the my agent information on here. Let's see here. I'm just going to kind of move that on down. That way I can kind of focus on the property if I wanted to. Of course, if I didn't want to do that, I certainly would not need to. So I just kind of threw it down there. I personally do kind of like the way that they have everything lined up. So I'm just going to move that back up here. But you see how that can be moved around, how the contents can be moved around on there. Most of these have drop down arrows, so you have additional information as well. So let's say you didn't want the title. You could hide the category if there was a category showing. If for some reason you didn't want the price to show, you could hide the price. Now, whenever you click on these, all this takes just a little while for it to reflect over in the preview, but it does show up on the previews there. You could even, sometimes you want to hide the address and things like that. In this particular case, we're going to just kind of let everything be the way that it is out of the box there, as it were. Scrolling through. And sometimes some of this stuff takes a little while to kind of switch around. Let's see. Let's say you felt like the lines on the map were a bit distracting. You can turn those on and off there. So overall, you get the general idea of this, how you have all that information. Now, if you want to see what it's going to look like on a larger screen, not move down here, you can click this little button here. And obviously it's not going to have the top bar on it whenever it goes live, but you can see what people will see whenever they scroll through. We're going to go ahead and close this one, and I am going to let's say there was a time frame for this to be live. You can also hit this schedule button here in order to schedule when it goes live and when you want it to come down. In this particular case, I'm going to say that everything is good, and I'm just going to go ahead and click the publish button here. And again, all this fun stuff looks like it's going to be good. So yeah, I have the calendar button here as well. There are lots of places you could go ahead and schedule that. I'm just going to go live immediately with it and hit that publish button. And once you have that published, you'll notice there's the little under URLs. You have one right here. So what I'm going to do is copy, right click on that and copy the link address. Now, I am a huge fan of always going incognito before I test this, because I want to make sure that not only would it work on my computer, but it would work on everyone else's computer. And indeed, looks pretty good here. It's got the information about the property. It's got the carousel with all the pictures and such. It still has the map. It's got that contact information, so that anybody that's checking out the site can get up with me. So yeah, that is a cool new little feature that you can add to your sites, and I just wanted to show it to you since we are kind of going over all the new fun website stuff. So if you enjoyed this, keep checking in, and I'll try to put more and more. Y'all take care.